There he
Why were
comes
you
back.
Are you an incognito?
No.
Well, it said you were, you weirdo. You can't lie to us. You've been caught red-handed.
I only do incognito on my phone.
Why do you do that, Darren? Explain this incognito
Randy,
to me.
You stop it.
Explain this incognito.
You stop it. You
to
just
me.
said the incognito gave you the creeps. We don't need any more.
Welcome to Cue the Mic. I'm Darren Worth.
And I'm the fabulous Randy Twyford, thank you.
And I'm Emma Derflinger, and this is episode 122. For you. But I'm
Okay, I'm just going to wrap myself out right now.
Okay.
What?
We're getting ready for this, and I can't get my AirPods. They're screaming in my ears. They're screaming in my ears, and let's just say Randy and I are not having a good technology day.
No.
Or day
not.
in general.
We're just not having a good technology day. And so I'm just get the damn things. It's just screaming. I can't figure it out. And finally I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just go with the one AirPod. And then I realized that I didn't take my hearing aids out. And I shoved my AirPods on top of my hearing aids.
Huh.
Now I've done this before many times. But it
122 times.
Huh? Well, no. I mean, normally I take my hearing aids out and then put my AirPods in. But I was rushed today. We had a 4:00 recording schedule and we got moved to 2:30, which then I was late for 2:45. And
we didn't have to move it. You could have said, I can't do that.
No, I got shit to do. I wanted to move it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We wanted to move it. It's just I kind of then got a little behind schedule and I got a little rushed, and then it was like...
You're making it sound like it was Randy and I's fault.
What is? Because it's never my fault. You should know that by now.
Well, that's why I'm on this podcast, is to remind you that it's always your fault.
Yeah. But then some bitch was screaming at me. I'm like, why is this screaming at me? What, a combine go by there, Randy? It's too early for a combine.
No, just heard somebody go by, and I don't think my employee couldn't be here with ribs. She's got a load of ribs on that I'll have to get off here pretty quick.
She doesn't know how to unload ribs?
Have you been drinking already today?
Oh, it's Marla. Yeah, they'll defrost. They could use a little defrosting anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, especially since they're fresh.
You are throwing zingers today, Randy. I think's hit him.
He looks like you can see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
No.
And in his brow line, he's like, his brow line's really...
That's because I don't have the
emphasized.
There.
Still see it.
But I can lean back in my chair.
No
That's
squeaky.
True.
No squeaky.
Amazing what a couple squirts of WD-40 will do for you.
A little WD-45.
Yep. The cure-all for all.
Kind of a PB Blaster guy now.
PB Blaster.
Yeah. That's WD-40 is just a lubricant.
Right.
PB Blaster is a penetrating oil.
Oh.
Since this is an educational podcast, so WD-40 is just for for the squeaky stuff like
squeaky
that.
Stuff, right.
But PB Blaster is, if you spray that on a nut that's rusty or whatever.
Right.
It will actually penetrate itself into...
So it's got a solvent in it, is what you're trying to say.
It's got a solvent in it. So it will actually penetrate and actually
And penetration is always good for you. You always want to make sure you get that when you're trying to
Well,
work on
most
something.
times,
Most times.
unless you're in prison, then
Well, you wouldn't have a WD-40 or a PB blast. Well, you may have a PB blaster.
you might have a PB blaster.
But you could use that for penetration if you had a bolt or nut or something you needed to get loose.
Yeah, PB blaster. Yeah.
So, but WD-40 did the job for me.
My grandpa used to call it WD-45.
Yeah.
So I've always called it WD-45.
WD-45.
Hey, grab me that can of WD-45.
But I'm going to have to get onto this
Grandpa.
PB blaster so I can get better penetration.
Yeah, PB blaster. Yeah, so I had a guy that's really a handyman said, "Oh, you got to get rid of that WD-45. You got to get that PB blaster."
Not that it's a sponsor or anything. It's just a good use product.
Right, and PB blaster has a, WD-45 has that little straw that you lose that's taped to it.
Yeah.
PB blaster has the flip up.
Well, no.
I think you can buy a WD-45.
The one I got has that on it, but it's probably I'll have to get me a bottle of that PB blaster just to have around be handy.
In case you want any penetration.
Yeah, in case we want penetration, then we got it. So
yeah,
solvent based.
It'll loosen shit right up. I'm telling you, it works.
I could use that sometimes.
Yeah, especially on an afternoon like today.
Yeah.
Looks like you could use a little.
No, I'm fine.
Fine. Your day's been fine?
No, not today, but this afternoon's been a little better, but fine. This morning
was a little rough seas.
Yeah, that's a better way to say it. Just rough seas.
Just rough seas.
But we're smooth sailing, and we'll be smoother sailing here in probably about another hour.
Really? When you get the load of ribs back?
Yeah, and unload it. Get them back. I don't give a fuck about getting them unloaded. Just get them back, and then somebody can watch General Hospital, and they'll be back better.
Oh, so somebody didn't want to go get the ribs, but she had to go get the ribs. I know how this works.
Yeah.
So that's the employee that we're mad at?
I'm not mad at any employee.
Oh, no. God, no. He's so thankful for that employee.
If it wasn't been, we would have had to do this at a different time span.
Yeah, I gotcha. I misunderstood. Marla's a real one.
And that's upper management.
Damn right. And don't ever forget it.
She runs.
We had a lot of pastries to make this morning, so that's always a little stressful time we've been really busy with caterings. This week is seed corn field day.
Field days.
Yeah, we've had 5 of them so far this week.
Oh, shit.
Monday we had 2 at lunch, and yesterday we had 2 at noon and then 1 in the evening. And then we had 2 today. So.
Shit.
Well, actually, we didn't have that. We fed a group of South Africans today for a ag chemical company.
Do they talk funny?
Very South African accent, I was told.
Like what?
I don't know. I was just told a heavy South African.
You didn't go.
No, I went to another one in the middle of a seed corn in the middle of a seed shed, which they did have a breeze coming, so it was better. So, but the one yesterday was hot as fuck at lunch.
Was.
Yeah. But we got through it, so that's the main thing. And the customer was happy, ecstatic, and that's the good thing. And the boys went out in the food truck today by themselves.
Really?
Just 2 guys on the food truck, and looked at sales, and they looked very respectable, and they never came in the house here to tell me they were going to quit or anything, so that's always a positive thing.
That's always a positive.
Always a positive.
I'm fucking done with this. You ain't doing that to me again, you know. Well.
What do you mean?
Hit the road.
There's the highway. See that road out there? They don't call it Twyford Road for a reason.
and you take Twyford Road, and it runs out. So there you go. It's a dead end. So there you go.
Emma, are you still working?
No.
I feel like you just I feel like you're just like being in the background.
Well, I can't chime in yet.
Your mom says you cuss too much
Okay.
on the podcast, so I'd say we give her a big old fuck off, Mom.
I will never say that to my mom. I will say, she is the one who taught me how to cuss.
So it's her fault.
I didn't say that.
But
I didn't say that.
you didn't say that, but you're shaking your head so she can't see it when she listens to it.
I'm not shaking my head. I'm not. Mom, it's not your fault. You guys ever talk to my mom?
Look at that. It's at the 10:24 mark, Mom. On YouTube.
It won't be. It'll be adjusted. I gotta add stuff. Anyway, but yeah, no, I just don't. I'm not working. I was working. I was looking at something, but it's fine. I'm not working. Busy time of the year. Back to school.
Oh, everybody's kind of busy. Everybody's busy. I'm not.
That's a.
I'm enjoying the not busy time. I probably
straight
should
up
be busy,
lie.
but I'm like enjoying.
Why are we recording on a Wednesday if you're not busy?
Well, I'm out fucking around on the road. You know.
Okay. Right.
I'm playing
Randy.
barbecue. I'm trying barbecue guy.
Right. You and Randy were fucking around on Sunday. How'd it go?
Yeah. Well, I went on the ultimate barbecue tour last week.
Okay, let's hear it.
I did the one man rolling double.
One man rolling double.
Stag no drag.
Can you elaborate more? For
yeah,
the barbecue
went by
dummies
myself.
in the room. Okay.
Drove all the way to lovely
Stag. Okay,
lovely Madison, Indiana on the riverfront.
How long did it take you to get down there?
About 9 hours.
Holy shit, I knew that was a drive.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
9 hours. 9 hours. I made a couple stops along the way.
Right.
So I have been, for the last 10 years, I'm a big fan of pork tenderloins, even though I'm not a big fan of eating them anymore. I'm just a big fan of, I like to study them.
Sure.
The different varieties. And
there's a lot of it out there.
There is. And, Randy and I, we've enjoyed pork tenderloins. We've enjoyed the horseshoe at Darcy's Pint in Springfield, Illinois. Somebody mentioned that the other day. And so I'm on this Facebook group called Pursuing Pork Tenderloins. And all they do is post reviews about pork tenderloins throughout the Midwest. It's really nationwide, but the majority of them are Illinois, Indiana.
Okay.
And for 10 years, I've been watching these two tenderloins that continually get posted over and over and over again. And it's the Sunoco gas station in Crawfordsville, Indiana? Yeah, Crawfordsville, Indiana, just west of Indianapolis. And then it's the Edinburgh Diner, which is just in Edinburgh, which is just south of Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I've driven by it many times and we've never stopped because Sherry's always like, I don't want a tenderloin, whatever. And so here I am by myself.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling the barbecue trailer. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stop and I'm going to sample both these in the same day.
Oh, yeah. Do it the real way.
Right. And so
the real.
It was about 12:30 and I'm like, I'm going to pull off, and I needed fuel, and Sunoco's just about a half mile off the interstate. So I pull off, and I no more than got into that gas station, and here come two people running out to the gas pump. And I thought, fuck, is this a full service gas station? And they were just interested in the barbecue trailer.
Oh, really?
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where you been? Where are you going? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? What are you doing? And I said, well, I'm on my way to Madison, but I'm here because I hear you have the best tenderloin in Indiana. And they're like, damn straight, 3 years running, we'll go drop you a fresh one. What would you want on it? You know,
This
and
is
of
in the
course
parking lot.
this is in the parking lot. I'm at the gas pump. And so I'm like, well, I just wanted mustard and pickle. I'm kind of a traditionalist. I don't like onions, so I just wanted mustard and pickle. So I fill up the truck and I go in and I get this thing to go. And it's a nice tenderloin. But it's not huge, but it's probably I'm going to guess a 5 to 6 ounce piece
I'd
of
say,
meat
is it thick?
Sure.
breaded. But I mean, it's nice. It's very tender, but it's not crispy by any means, right? It's not crispy, but it looks like it's crispy, but it's not. But it's soft to eat, and it's not a lot of spice to it, not a lot of salt to it, but it was good enough that I just devoured it and I ate the whole thing, right? And I could see how
Mm-hmm.
people liked it. And I didn't really mean to eat the whole thing because I knew I was going to have another one. So I meant to kind of just have like part of it, but I just ate the whole thing. So I defined it and said, must have been a pretty damn good tenderloin because I devoured it. Or maybe it's because I haven't had a damn tenderloin in 2 years.
Right. A little bit of both.
So I get on the road and I get on the road and I start, and so then I make my way around Indianapolis and I get down to Edinburgh, and it must be 2:30, 3 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm going to stop at Edinburgh Diner. So you have to get way off the interstate. I thought it was right off the interstate, but it's not. You got to go 10 minutes into town, and Edinburgh's a thriving metropolis, You say you got relation live there, Randy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big farmers down there.
Don't pass that around.
Okay.
That's not very nice.
Yeah, I could have sworn driving through that town that it was like the crack whore capital of the world.
Boy.
That's a total.
It was not a great looking town.
Okay.
But anyway, nonetheless, pull in the Edinburgh Diner's kind of an old Hardee's.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So I maneuver. I'm like, I think I can get in there with a trailer. Nobody's in the parking lot. So I pull in, and 2 ladies walk in. They walk in and said, hey, it was kind of a counter sitting there, but I said, well, I came for a tenderloin. Well, we got those. Want anything to drink with it? Yeah, I'll get there. So anyway, they bring out the tenderloin, and it's a huge tenderloin.
One of them real big ones.
It's a big one.
Like Smokey D's big, or
probably bigger.
wow?
Probably bigger,
Oh wow!
right?
It's a big.
But
tenderloin.
every picture I saw, I think that this thing is massive. But every picture I've saw makes me think this thing is really thick. But it's not.
Super thin.
This thing is like ultra thin.
Okay.
Paper thin.
Like I was sitting there trying to figure out, did they run it through a pizza sheeter to get it so thin? Because on the outside there was it was like super thin, like ultra thin all the way around. But on the outside of it was like little 1/8 or 1/4 inch puffs around the outside of meat. But the inside, it kind of and the breading reminded me of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Really?
And I like Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I know there's some knockoff seasoning mixes that are Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it likened to a Kentucky Fried Chicken thin crust pizza.
Not like a pork tenderloin.
Not really a pork tenderloin. It was like eating a Kentucky Fried thin crust pizza. But
so not much meat once they smashed it all down.
There was no meat in the center. But it was good. It was tasty. It was very tasty.
Well, that Kentucky Fried Chicken stuff on there, I would say it would be.
But it was like I just wanted to go, hey, can you go make me another one and just don't flatten the shit out of it? Just make me a nice tenderloin, because then it would be an amazing tenderloin.
Right.
If it was just like the Sunoco tenderloin with that breading would be like, holy top of the world.
Right.
But they both get rave reviews, and it just, there's just differences. People like
I was gonna
thick
say.
tenderloins and people like thin tenderloins.
Huh.
Not everybody's gonna have the same taste.
Yeah. And so anyway, so then I got,
World
I don't know,
is
I ended up getting to
black.
Madison,
The world
Indiana
is
at
white.
5 o'clock or whatever. But let me tell you, just to end the tenderloin story,
Okay.
I got set up, I dropped the trailer, and then I ended up, I'd been up since 3:30 in the morning. And so I got to, I don't know, I got to the hotel about 7 o'clock. And then I was reminded why I hadn't eaten a tenderloin
I can
or
only
fried
imagine.
food in a year.
Yeah.
I probably could have went in for a colonoscopy the next day,
Oh boy.
and
Gross.
I would have been
Gross.
fine without drinking
Gross.
the liquid.
Gross.
Oh boy.
I
Ugh.
I think colon blow is the only thing to experience.
Gross.
I'll be damned.
I
We can
was
stop.
I was so sick.
We don't have to talk about
I
it anymore.
I really didn't even feel well until that was Thursday night until Friday night. I mean, I didn't eat really anything. I didn't eat anything until Friday night. I
A
mean,
lot
I
of
was
fried
like,
stuff there all at once.
for somebody that hasn't had any
The
fried
fried
food at
stuff,
all
yeah.
in like a year.
Right.
That'll do her.
Yeah.
That'll do it
Yeah.
to you.
It
Colonoscopy
was,
in a can.
ooh, on a bun.
She can. On a bun.
Call.
Jeez.
And nothing against those tenderloins because they were both they both had merits. I'd give them both 8s out of 10. I could improve both of them.
Okay.
But at
Okay.
least you know now. At least you know
But at
now.
least I know I finally got a chance.
Now,
But
did
the
you?
star of the show was the Shipley burger.
Sure. Sure.
Which Randy's had the Shipley burger
Yeah.
with me.
It's a good burger.
Good burger. And so I was worried about the Shipley burger because I was sitting at the barbecue contest on Friday, and one of the reps comes by, or one of the helpers came by, and he goes, I said something about Shipley's, and he goes, really went downhill. You're probably not going to like it. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. If you haven't been there in a couple of years, not very good. I'm like, really? I drove all the way here really just for this burger. I mean, I could have just went to Excelsior Springs 3 hours away from my house.
Yeah.
And I literally drove to this contest for the view of the contest being on the river.
Right.
And, the organizer, Ken, and his crew did a great job. But the Shipley burger was one of the highlights of why I drove there.
Whipping on the top. Whipping on the top.
Yeah.
Icing on the top?
Icing on the top, whipping on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Tomato.
But I'm like, you know what? I can't trust anybody else's judgment. I gotta go.
No.
And so I was dog ass tired, and I started about 6 o'clock. I started heading. For some reason, I was up at 2:15 in the morning.
Probably that tenderloin working on you.
I didn't get to bed till like 9:30, and so I got up at 2:15. I was screwing around. Finally, I would get up. I might as well just go to the site and start getting stuff ready and whatever. So I was over there early, and so I'm like, I need to get to bed early. I really need to get to bed early. And so I about 6 o'clock, I've got my eyes on, I'm going to head over there. And then I noticed a team next to me. And they're over there, and I start talking to them, and they had been cooking Madison, Indiana for ever since its first one, 20
Oh,
some
my God.
years. And I don't think they'd ever had a call. And the more I talk to them, I'm like, have you ever injected any of your meat? No. What would you inject it with? And
Sure.
just kind of ABCs of competition barbecue. So then I go into a full force lesson, a full force 3-hour lesson.
Oh, boy.
Like going and grabbing the toolbox, going and grabbing other teams. Hey, do you got this? Do you got this? Do you got
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
injection? Trying to do everything I can to kind of help these guys out. And then I'm really tired. But it's like 9:00 at night. I'm like, but I still need this Shipley burger, and I'm really hungry because I still haven't had anything to eat all day long.
And no nutrition inside.
No nutrition. I almost got the shakes.
Oh, I bet you did.
So I went to got the Shipley. I sat at the bar, got me one of them big old Shipley burgers with fried bologna and an over easy egg on it.
And consensus?
I'm sitting there and I ordered it. And here comes a message across, right? Jeff Neals, my buddy from Shigs and Pit. I'm sitting there and he goes, you better be enjoying a Shipley's double add bologna and an egg, damn it, with a side of monkey butt powder. I sent back the picture to him of the burger.
Right.
And I said, this literally just got put in front of me. And it was just funny that he's like, he knew exactly what I was ordering and exactly when it was coming in.
You're kind of a simple man. Oh.
That's not a simple burger.
Yeah, but like you're in the way of like you don't. I feel like you're kind of, once you like love something, you just assume that's what you're gonna order forever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're right.
simple in that way. I know you're not.
My
that's
wife
not a
always
simple
says once
burger.
I love something, I become the official spokesperson for it.
That's valid. I could try. I could agree with that. Right, Randall?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
It was amazing. The burger took a little while to get. Well, the problem is, I'm like, hey, I'll just have you want something to drink? Yeah. It was hot out. And I'm like, oh, I'll just have a Diet Coke. Well, then she kept refilling my Diet Coke. I had 4 Diet Cokes and I couldn't get to sleep. I'm like, son of a bitch. Couldn't get to sleep. Then I finally get to sleep. And sure enough, I'm up at 2:15 again.
God damn.
On Saturday morning, contest day. So I get up and I make it. I get to the side, try to mosey around, get my suitcase packed and stuff because I'm leaving, doing a rolling double. So I cooked the contest, had a really good cook, and I headed out. Old Jeff Sharp, I don't know if you know Jeff and Shelly Sharp. He showed up right after awards, and man, he's like, hey, I know you're trying to get out of here. Let me help you pack up. Let me help you clean up. And I'm like, no, you don't have to. And he's like, no, let me help you clean up. And I said, okay. And man, he just grabbed it. He just started grabbing shit. Where's this go? Where's this go? What's this do? What's this do? Boom, 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 boom. And man, 20 after 2, we were gone. I was gone.
That's good.
On the road, so then I listened to awards. So, I think I got 5th in pork was my only call.
Not bad.
Thought I had a really good cook, but only got 5th in pork. But that's the way it works.
Terrible.
When you go to that's what happens when you go to foreign lands. Oh, there goes Randy.
It's like a dog.
So then I take off and I head to St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Troy, Illinois. I get to Troy, Illinois at 6:30. I do a quick prep on everything, and there was a lot of teams there, and they were having potlucks and all this stuff, and they were like, come on, come over, eat some walleye and some crappie. And I'm like, oh, no fried food for
No fried
Darren.
for me, thank you.
No fried food for Darren. I think
No,
I
thank
mean,
you.
I had a tuna salad sandwich at the gas station. That was plenty for me. And then I got back, and then I had a teammate join me on Sunday morning.
Everybody
Got
put
down
your
there in
hands
respectable
together
time, matter of fact.
Respectable
the-
time.
Randall Twyford.
Number one barbecue bitch.
Ew.
Nice to
Ain't
be
that the
a part of
truth?
it. I had a great time.
That was
It
my
was
invite.
it was just nice to have somebody to taste food.
I'm going to be honest with you. When I got to brisket, I
I'm just
literally
ready
thought
to
I was
be
going to
done.
throw up. I thought I was going to fucking throw up.
Well,
He was ready to be done.
well, it's kind of funny because I said, we're going through and you go to taste ribs, and I hand him a rib, and the first rib he eats the whole fucking rib.
I'd kind of forgot
Randy.
about it.
And
Well,
I'm like, hey Randy, yeah, might want to take her easy there, boy. I need you to taste 3 more ribs. Oh shit.
fuck,
Oh,
I forgot
shit.
all about that.
He forgot that he needed to taste the other 3 racks.
That
And
happens.
I'm just not used to not anybody tasting my food, right? I'm just used to
Just going off the
feeling my
feel.
way.
Yeah.
I'm just
yeah.
feeling my way. I'm just copping a feel.
Copping a feel.
Just copping a feel.
I've been hanging out with you guys.
Well, there are sure a lot of outstanding teams there.
Ooh, boy. There was.
And a lot of them came from Excelsior Springs, it sounded like.
Yeah, quite a few. Quite a few came across. So overall, I mean, it was hotter than hot.
It was hotter than shit.
How'd you guys do at that one?
Well,
Any
got a
calls?
4th place call in ribs. So on day 1 in Indiana, I got 5th in pork and 12th in chicken, I think. Got first on my table in chicken, but they didn't like the pork and they didn't like the brisket. And then on day 2, we got 4th in ribs and 11th place in brisket. But then they hated the chicken and they hated the pork.
That chicken was good.
Yeah,
Chicken was good.
I don't know.
And I'm not saying the pork wasn't good either, but I'm just saying that chicken I thought was outstanding.
Yeah. Well, I think they probably wanted the old St. Louis mush.
Yeah.
Then we weren't giving them the St. Louis mush.
But it is
I
good
cook-
to know that your St. Louis style ribs still do good in St. Louis. Right?
Wow.
Well, you weren't in St. Louis.
Everybody cooks St. Louis style ribs everywhere.
Oh, well. I was trying to give you something. I don't know.
Oh,
Just
now we're
try-
having trouble access video. What the hell's going on?
Oh,
God,
fuck
Darren.
me running.
Jesus.
You know what? You
Christ.
should just get the
I
MacBook
just
out.
got a goddamn.
Well,
now
we
it says
could-
I'm struggling to record.
Well, it hasn't told me that yet.
it
It
froze
says
a nice
maybe
picture.
due to a high load on your device. I know there's a fucking high load on my
You've had a
device.
high
Fucking
load on
Twyford's
that.
on the other end. Fucking Twyford's on the other end. Of course there's a high load.
Okay.
What the hell?
Well,
But we can still hear you, so.
and it froze a nice picture of you. So
Yeah.
I
It
mean, it's
did.
it's very cordial.
Yeah. Yeah. You're making fun of me. Ow. Oh, Darren has stopped recording. There it is. Refresh and rejoin from a regular browser, not incognito.
What was he doing incognito?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
I don't either. Kind of gives me the
Yeah.
creeps.
Yeah, the incognito is weird. Why would he be an incognito?
Here he
Why were
comes
you
back.
Are you an incognito?
No.
Well, it said you were, you weirdo. You can't lie to us. You've been caught red-handed.
I only do incognito on my phone.
Now, why do you do that, Darren? Explain this incognito
Randy,
to me.
You stop it.
Explain this incognito.
You stop it.
to
You just
me.
said the incognito gave you the creeps. We don't need any more description. Gross.
That's only when I'm doing super secret stuff.
Ew.
Yeah, I could relate. I
What?
could imagine that.
What do you mean, ooh?
Oh, I don't want to know. Just ew. Just no. All
No,
of the
you
above.
go incognito when you're doing crypto. Because you don't want anybody to copy the crypto stuff. Duh.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
Randy.
kind of
God,
assumed something.
What, she thinks I'm some fucking child porn guy or something?
Ew.
Kind of assumed
I
something
didn't say
there.
that. Randy assumed first.
He didn't think I was child porn. He just thought I was porn.
I just thought it
Don't
was
do
porn.
that.
What did you say? What kind? Actually, I don't care. Let's carry on. Anything else? Maybell.
Oh, I heard the door slam.
Whose? Oh, Marla's back.
You're going to have to unload?
I'll find out here in a minute.
Well, anyway.
Say, Marla, honey, can
No.
you go just throw them
No.
in the walk-in?
No,
Randy likes to
How many
live.
cases of ribs she got?
just 12.
Just 12.
Randy.
No, we're good. Let's carry on.
Yeah.
So if I have to cut off early, I can.
Okay. You know what we should talk about? How New Heights broke a record. Most viewed podcast episode.
Randy, do you know what New Heights is?
I have no idea.
It's you silly person. It's
The Kelsey brothers.
Oh,
The Kelsey brothers.
okay. Yeah.
Jason and Travis Kelsey. They had the one, the only Taylor fucking Swift.
See,
on
there you cuss again. There was no
She deserves
to
it.
be cussing in that.
She
sentence.
deserves it because she's iconic and it needed to be emphasized.
She is iconic. She is
million.
She is iconic.
Listen,
she is
if
a
we could even
generational entertainer.
If we could even get to past fucking 500 views, I'll be like, oh my god, we're doing something. This one has this episode has 19,922,408 views in less than a week. That's nutso. Absolutely nuts.
Want me to call Tay Tay and see if we can get her on?
Yeah. Let's see how that would go. Dude, could you imagine me on a podcast with Taylor Swift? I wouldn't know how to act.
You'd be sitting there going.
I would just be
You'd be
giggling
like
really
frozen,
hard.
like I was a little bit ago.
Yeah.
I would be doing like this weird nervous giggle, like, like it's Taylor Swift. What the heck?
I listened to it. It took me damn near all day to listen to the damn thing.
Why?
Well, I'd start listening to it, my phone would ring, and I'd talk to somebody, and then because people knew I was on the road, so they'd call me to keep me company and talk different things. So it literally took me all day to listen to it.
It was a good episode.
And it was interesting. I mean, it was interesting. I thought it was interesting. I thought the Pop-Tarts, her making Pop-Tarts and sourdough.
Yeah, she did a whole baking. She talked about her baking.
Talked about her baking. But
She
I thought the most
loves
interesting
some grandma hobbies.
part was her buying her music back was probably
Pretty fascinating stuff.
Fascinating stuff. And it really reminded her of me.
Yeah. So I like that. I'm glad you said that because if you haven't listened to the episode, it is 2 hours. but it's not like 2 hours of like this really what most people are like, oh, Taylor Swift overrated. It's like you get to see the side of an artist who has just worked her ass off to get what she rightfully deserves. And it's like a side of her that like makes her feel very human. And yeah, like you said, she's just like you. I mean, maybe not you specifically, but like anybody. Like she just wants what she worked for.
Yeah.
And it's not like an ego thing. It's like she was doing it not necessarily for herself, but for like, other artists and her future family. And like, it was just so that this really big piece of her would be her or hers and not.
Yeah. So when you're a young artist,
Yeah.
that's a normal thing is you sell off your portfolio,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't think about the big picture. But in order to get those millions of dollars, you sell off your portfolio of music. Right. And, most artists just sell it off and it never goes anywhere. It doesn't matter. Well, unfortunately or fortunately for hers, that thing is appreciated in value and it got sold to different investors and and it became this heirloom, and they tried to buy it back multiple times to the answer of no way, no way, this has way too much value until she went on the Eras tour and then she had really more money than God. And
Mm-hmm.
it really never came out how much she paid for it. I'm not sure if it was ever disclosed how much she paid for it, but her mom was the one that really went after it and said, her mom and her brother, and went out and said, hey, they kind of put the soft touch saying, hey, this was really her. She just wants this back for her. It's not a financial thing. It's for her, and the company bid off on it and sold it to her. And I'm sure they made out their return on investment was huge, and rightfully so. But then she had this feeling that the music was hers. Well, in the meantime, she had, and I had no idea, but she had recorded all these albums, 6 albums or whatever, and all these songs.
Yeah.
She had recorded 6 albums.
She was doing her re-recordings
when they weren't selling her music back to her. She started taking the same songs and re-recording them.
Yeah, under her name.
And people were listening to them, and people were buying them. So now all of a sudden she's got this collection of music, which is her originals and her remixes, and they're both equally as popular.
Mm-hmm.
And so just like she was talking about the day they finally said we got her music back, she just broke down. And it's just like it's there, and it was kind of like the day that, we bought out our partners. It's the same way I felt is like, because we started and we thought we needed partners too, because we didn't know anything about the restaurant business. And when we finally were able to buy our partners out, it became just Sherry and I again. It felt like, hey, it's Smokey D's is us again.
Right.
It's just Big D Little S. And I felt the same exact way. Now I didn't break down, but
I might.
But that sense of ownership,
sure,
coming back. I mean, that really hit home, and I could see where for her it was much bigger level, but it really hit home, and so that's why I'm like, hey, it was like we have a lot in common because it was kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, she's in it for more. She's not in music for like I don't know how to say it, for like maybe the career in music. Like she's in music because she loves music. Like she's not doing this for the money. And she never has been. She just happens, so she just happens.
Us and barbecue. Yeah. I do barbecue because I love barbecue. I'm in the restaurant business. I'm not in the restaurant business for money. I'm in the restaurant business because I love the restaurant business. I love the process of the restaurant. I'm fascinated by how restaurants work and the moving parts of the restaurants. And and the processes and the ways to improve and things like that. And just so happens that if you can be good at it, it pays really well. But that's not why I'm in it,
Right.
Exactly.
right? I'm in it, and that's why it's like, I get that people keep talking about, "Wow, you're 57. What's your exit plan?" I don't have an exit plan. Told one of my employees the other day, they're like, "Well, what's your exit plan?" I said, "My exit plan is when I fall over dead, grab the keys out of my pocket and continue on."
Sure.
Right? That's the plan. Or when somebody shoots me because they're sick of dealing with my shit.
That's a bit intense. That's a bit intense.
But that's my, I have no, I mean, most people have aspirations of, hey, I want to get big enough and sell it off, or I want to get big enough and franchise, and I want to do that. If I was going
No.
to do that, I would have done that 10 years ago. And trust me, we could do that in a New York second. We get those
Sure.
calls every day. I don't want to do that. I want to be special. And I think it
That's one
is.
of the things.
I think it is special. I was having a conversation with Emma's mom this morning, and she said she was walking through Shields last night and had a Smokey D shirt on. And she goes, people are just like enamored with it.
But yeah,
You wear a
all
Smokey
the
D
time.
shirt around town, and people are like, oh man, I just love the Burnett. It's like a fan club.
Sure.
And she's like, do you feel that sense of pride? And I'm like, I'm not even sure I feel that. It doesn't really feel like that to me. It's just like, I just want to be one of them. I'm like, hey, yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Kind of fun, isn't it?
Fun. No, it's pretty nuts.
It's kind of like the barbecue circuit is now. My newfound
Yeah.
love for, it's like I was going through the motions on the barbecue circuit, and now it's like, now I'm back on the barbecue circuit.
Right.
And you come out and you have some success, and then we come this weekend and you don't have a great weekend, but that's okay because that's the barbecue circuit.
That's
right?
just what
Yeah.
happens.
But I still, you still have to stay involved. You still have to be there, because I had some amazing conversations with some great cooks that would have never happened.
Sure.
That you think about the way they cook stuff. And I mean, it was like mini lessons.
So where are you headed off to this weekend?
So this weekend we're going to the Cheddar Curtain. We're off to Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Oshkosh. How far a drive is that for
Oshkosh.
you?
That's I think that'll be a 7-hour pull.
7 hours?
7 hours, yeah.
Never been to Oshkosh.
Me
Cool.
neither.
It's great. There's a little we got to watch the dieting here because there is getting back to these old stomping ground places, and there's a Pete's Garage Bar is an amazing place in Oshkosh. Just a dive bar that, it's just, you go up and you got to place your order up there, and most amazing cheese curds that I can't have anymore, but yeah, just fun place. Tim Shop. This is I'm going to drive right past an Iowa contest. Some great friends of ours are putting it on, and they're like, "Are you coming to our contest?" I'm like, "No," just because we've always been to Oshkosh, and
Yeah, you've cooked that. I remember you guys
yeah.
talking about cooking that quite a few times.
We've been up there. I think this will be the 4th year for it, I believe. And the organizers, they run a wedding.
Okay.
It's at a wedding venue out in the country, and they have an old, and then they got a new like machine shed type thing that's got a bar in it, and so it's kind of like they've got an old rustic setting, and they've got an old rustic setting, and then they've got a newer air conditioned setting.
Sure.
But they're kind of claim to fame is they're both sand volleyball players.
Really?
Like I'm not sure if they're Olympic sand volleyball, retired of course.
Yeah.
But last weekend they would have had the national volleyball, and they had like 200 teams. had 200 courts, of volleyball in this same
Really?
venue.
Wow.
I mean, it's just this huge grass field. And everybody comes out and camps on site. And they just play volleyball. And it's like
Oh,
this
yeah.
round robin tournament and stuff. And it's just crazy. Food trucks and all this stuff. It's just crazy.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. So, but I love to go talk business with them. Every year I just get into these in-depth conversations with them
Sure.
about business. And so it's just kind of one of my favorite things to do. I just loved, you know me, I just love to
You know, Darren.
get into business conversations and consulting conversations and what works and what doesn't.
Can you hear
What
my
else we
little
got?
sniffing?
Randy's getting nervous.
Maybe.
He either has
Yeah.
to poop or his ribs are starting to,
My ribs.
He's worried about his ribs.
he's worried about his ribs.
Well, I mean, I don't have much else. Mabel might need to go out. She's being a little clingy.
Really?
But
I'm fine. I got to
yeah.
go trim my pork and get everything ready
Wow.
to go.
What time are you leaving tomorrow?
Dark 30.
Oh, dark 30?
You might as well leave at 5 a.m. If you're going to be up, you might as well go.
No.
might as well
Yeah,
go.
might as well go.
I'll
No
find some
sense-
buffet along the way and do a little research and development for breakfast.
No sense lollygag around.
Right.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right.
So,
Well,
no, I don't
no.
think so.
just catching up. Hopefully somebody learned something. And if
they
you haven't,
didn't,
go listen to the Taylor Swift episode. You'll learn something there.
I would. Randy, you
Really?
should do that.
Really?
It's well worth the time.
Okay.
It's fun, and they don't talk politics.
I'm not even saying-
because that's the only thing I hate about her.
Darren, you're so close. We made
Just
it
wanted
so
to get that in
far.
for there.
Just that one little.
I think she just ought to keep her nose out of it.
I think
'Cause
you
is a-
also
she is a-
should, but
she
you
is
don't
a-
hear me
she is a
complaining about it.
generational artist.
Jesus. Okay. Anyway, if you haven't already, follow us on social media at Cue the Mic Pod. Find us on YouTube at Cue the Mic Podcast. Follow, subscribe. Do all the things. You know the drill. Mabel, give Randy his cue.
Randy,
Okay, she says, Randy,
Mabel,
take it away.
give it. Maybe Mabel wants to do it.
She doesn't know her right from her left. She wouldn't know.
Ooh,
Boom. Done. Out of here. Finished. Over with.
boom, we're gone.
We're gone.
We'll
Adios.
see you guys next. We'll see you guys next week.